there are many circumstances where you may need to give your Apple TV some security to make sure that it's not stolen, etc. Well, we have a really good solution for you, and it's from Maclocks. They have two enclosures for the latest Apple TVs. So the first one is the ATVEN73, which is the third generation, the smaller one should we call it, and then there's the ATVEN35, which is the larger fourth generation. And I really like this. It's a great product, it works, I've seen it deployed, I've seen good feedback. So let's take a closer look at them both. Comes with the lock nut, two keys, a little washer which is part, when you lock it, it just raises it to the right level. I'll show you that later. And the cable trap, which is very important because your Apple TV will undoubtedly have an HDMI cable and the power cable. Let's have a look at the product in a second. There's also some basic instructions of how to install. Oh, I did have it the right way up there, but I'll show you anyway. Let's look at the construct. So it's light, but it's certainly durable. It's made of aluminium, one colour, black, which is perfect, and it's powder coated, so there's a nice smooth feel to it. Here's an Apple TV, 4th gen. Slides in, has a nice snug fit, a little bit of give, but there's no way I can see this actually scratching your Apple TV. All the edges are smooth. And now let's take a closer look at the other one. Again, the nut with cable management, two keys, instructions, and here's the enclosure. Nice and strong, no difference between the two of them in strength wise, nice and smooth. There's the VESA 75mm pattern. Apple TV, 3rd generation. Make sure all your plugs are on this side. Slides in. Again, nice and snug. No way that this is going to scratch your Apple TV. Right, next we're going to take a look at the locking mechanism. So there's the cable nut facing downwards. It goes in like that, and we need to have the cables coming in there. Now, one of my cables is quite thick. I know it fits because I've already done it, but it's a bit of a squeeze. So just watch out if you do have a choice in cables that you have a thin as possible. It will just make your life easier. Right, here goes. Make sure you've got lots of slack so you can bend it around. You can always tighten it afterwards. Hopefully you can see this. So I want that pointing in the direction away from the cables, because it's going to be, well, from the enclosure, it's going to be fixing like that way. That's how you want it. So let's now squeeze this in. This is really just a bit of effort, but I know it can be done. A little bit harder because of the camera angle. I can't see what I'm doing. Well, I think I've done it. There you go. So that's in. Actually need some more cable slack. Perfect. That's in. You then need to put the washer on. You have to turn the lock to get it into the right position so the T-bar is aligned. Okay, T-bar aligned. Washer on. Apple TV in. And I'm going to put it, shows on here, that you want to put the lock on the side of where the Ethernet connection is. So there's enough room to get your cables around. So let's do this. There you go. Secure. Secure. Fit the cables in. And there you go. Your Apple TV is ready to be either installed in the back of a monitor or a TV, or secured somewhere in a room or furniture. You can easily bolt it down to any sort of material, and you can know that your cables and your Apple TV is not going to be taken. That's very secure. So great product and does the job. You can certainly buy this with confidence. Right, you've purchased a Maclocks Apple TV enclosure, whether it's the ATVEN35 for the 4th generation or the ATVEN73 for the 3rd generation. And in this particular deployment, you want to put it on a screen. It works very well. Most screens will have the flat and the VESA mount on the back. You take your enclosure, you take a couple of screws, and I'll check on which size these are. They happen to fit. I would actually, to make it easy for me, I'm actually going to put this down, flat down. So here goes. Hopefully you can see this. You take your Apple TV enclosure. Again, this one's the ATVEN73, 3rd gen. Which way you put it round, I guess it's dependent on the monitor which you're using. I'm putting it this way. I hope it's right. There's a little bit of trial and error with this until you know which products you're working with. Let's put this in. Two nuts. So only 2 nuts. That's all you need. The pattern of 4 drill holes here would allow you to put it in various other combinations, but this is going to work for me for this purposes of this example. 2 screws. Again, here's the nut. I will try and find out exactly what the size of these are. It's not included in the package. Anyway, there you go. Not too tight in my case. Now here's the Apple TV which I prepared earlier, including running the cables through, which I've already shown in a separate clip. Right, Apple TV's in. Next thing is to get the cable track and lock in. This can be a little bit tricky, and I guess practice makes perfect as you learn the exact position it goes in. I've had a few goes, but now I know how it goes in. There we are. Turn. It's locked. There you go, nice and secure. Bring it up. Let's have a closer look again. There you go. There's my good handiwork. I'm happy with that, and I'm happy with the product. My conclusion, I really like this product. I think the Maclocks solution provides great security for the Apple TV. It feels strong. It also complements the look of the Apple TV, and of course provides the added cable security which is a prerequisite in any sort of deployment of the Apple TV. And with that, I would be confident for this to be used in any Apple TV deployment. It really does do the job. If you've got any further questions, please don't hesitate in getting in contact with us on tabframes.com. Hopefully this video has been useful. Thanks for watching.